it seems like the Obama is gay mania has taken the internet by storm as everyone's reacting to Tucker Carlson's interview with a man alleging to have had gay sex with Obama, and is alleging to have smoked crack and did cocaine with Obama more than 20 years ago, while being unable to name the bar that he did it at, or bring forward any witnesses that can reiterate his story. Anything outside of just his word. Now, Tucker Carlson did promote one piece of evidence, and his one piece of evidence was, we have a lie detector. Problem is, what Tucker Carlson failed to mention is not only are lie detectors not a fantastic system, not only could people still get through a lie detector, haven't been lying and not get discovered, but also on top of the lie detector not being a great method, he just straight up failed the lie detector. So kind of hard to argue that he's gonna, you know, save the nation with the gay Obama news update and break the truth, when the one piece of evidence that he does have is not even really evidence, and it also contradicts what he's saying. Anyway, there's been two funny reactions I want to react to. The first one's really short, and this is Tim Pool saying very openly that even though he knows it's bullshit and he knows it's not true, and he doesn't take this moment to abstain Tucker and say, Tucker, this is bad, you shouldn't be airing complete nonsense like this. He instead praises him because it makes the Democrats look bad, which shows this to be the most honest Tim Pool moment.
Legitimate political reason. Well, let me slow down. There's no legitimate factual reason to interview a con artist and crackhead who's making these absurd claims. I'm not a fan of this. I wasn't a fan of it when they did it to Brett Kavanaugh. I'm not a fan of it now. That being said, I applaud Tucker Carlson for doing it. You know why? Welcome to the...
I don't like that. I don't like I'm not a fan of it, but also I'm very in favor of it. Like, no, you can't play both sides like that. Though, like, I know the meme is that Tim Pool is a centrist, but you can't have both the radically this is bad and the radically this is good position on the same issue.
Tit for tat, world of politics. So to clarify, there's a political reason to do this, to attack the Democrats, I guess, to make them look like degenerates, to strike at the credibility.
So we're going to make people purposely lie about people to make them look like degenerates by falsely accusing them of being homosexuals. So we're using gays as an attack. Okay, so, haha, you're gay, you're gay. We're just trying to make everyone look more homo than the other in order to, that's the new method, that's the strategy we're moving forward on. Is there any fear about marginalizing gay people if they're used as the attack strategy? Is there any concern about being honest to your audience and lying from Tucker Carlson? What makes him an honest and dishonest reporter? It makes him an honest or dishonest reporter. He's a dishonest reporter. There's no consideration whatsoever.
Of the Obamas, maybe to prevent Michelle Obama from gaining traction or to create just some negative press around the Obamas, fine, whatever. Simply put, the Democrats, the left, and the media in this country entertained the most psychotic lies you could imagine about Brett Kavanaugh. Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, dude, the testimony for Brett Kavanaugh and the testimony here, it's not even comparable. And even if it was comparable, even at the best case scenario, Tim Pool saying, I'm just as bad as everyone I criticize. It's honestly quite pitiful, actually. Moving on, though, I want to move on to the big thing that I'm super excited to watch, is this heated debate on if the allegations that Obama is a homosexual are true. I think it's obviously false. He couldn't provide the name of the bar that they met at. He doesn't have any witnesses. He doesn't have any photos. He doesn't have any videos. And the one piece of evidence they provided, the lie detector test, he failed. That's the only piece of evidence they bring forward, and it says he's a liar. I think I'm going to believe the evidence they brought forward. He's a liar. And so if you believe this, in my mind, you're just believing it because you want to believe it because you don't like Obama. That's it. You just are a narrative humper, and anything that makes the Democrats look bad or Joe Biden look bad or Obama look bad, you have to agree with. Therefore, you agree with this.
A lot of people are infuriated with Tucker Carlson interviewing this guy. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Barack Obama has not been a president for this many years. Shame on you, Tucker. You're just doing it for eyeballs. I think I heard Jon Stewart. If you can pull up Jon Stewart, it wasn't even Jon Stewart. I think I saw another person that said
he's 100% just doing it for eyeballs, or because he's a dishonest hack and just wants to see if he can negatively associate Democrats with drug use and homosexuality.
His failed propaganda show on Twitter. His failed propaganda show on Twitter after getting fired from Fox. So that's the storyline on what they're saying, right? But anyways, he interviews this guy. Bit risky. Rob, I think you brought him up to us like a month ago. Didn't you bring this up a month?
I did.
2 months
I pitched
ago?
it in a meeting.
He actually did.
What, Larry Sinclair?
He brought him up like a couple months ago, right?
And what did you say?
I said, not right now. I'm like, not right now, Rob. Okay, so, but the story comes out that Obama, that Tucker Carlson claims Obama smoked crack and had gay sex. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let me read this properly on page 8, folks. If you guys,
it's not even Tucker claims. It's Tucker brought somebody else who has a proven guilty history of fraud and con artist activity to make this claim.
Kids listening, tell them to go have ice cream and step away for a few minutes. Okay, all right, here we go. Tucker Carlson, during an interview with Dave Portnoy, revived Larry Sinclair's claim, stating in 2008 it became clear that Barack Obama had been having sex with men and smoking crack. Carlson noted that Sinclair signed an affidavit and underwent a...
Affidavit isn't anything. Like, you can sign an affidavit with no amount of evidence. The affidavit just means that if they can prove that you were wrong, then they can hold you accountable. Problem is, how are they going to prove he was wrong? They would have to show, like, Obama would have to go out of his way, and he would have to be like, okay, look, here's my flight patterns, here's where I was this day, here's my photo. He would have to dig out the stuff from a random day from 2009 to do that. Who knows if he can? I mean, if I had to find out for any of you guys where exactly you were 2007, March 8th, and give me evidence that you were there, I mean, what if you just didn't take any photos that day? Could be pretty difficult. Either way, though, it doesn't prove anything. It's just still a claim.
Lie detector test saying, I smoked crack with Barack Obama and had sex, and that was obviously true. Carlson criticized the media's handling of the allegation, saying...
By the way, he's not including this here, but he failed the lie detector test. He failed it, and then he called it rigged. He's not including that. I think that's pretty important.
That the Obama campaign...
Definitely if you're going to use it as a piece of evidence in favor of him.
Threatened to deny access to anyone reporting on the claims. He emphasized nobody reported on it because they were squeamish about sex or drugs, but because the Obama campaign said anyone who reports on this gets no access to Obama's campaign. So no one talked about it. And this guy was seen as a cuckoo, crazy, drug addict. He's got a big criminal record. And if you go back, look at his criminal record, it's between 1980 to 1986. And
it's fraud.
That does have some things, but it's mainly during that era. So they have to undermine him. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm purely going based on speculation. One question I have is, why is Tucker doing it now? Is it because he's now free and he's able to do whatever he wants to do, and he wanted to do this at Fox, and Fox wouldn't allow him to interview this guy and report him? That could be one reason. Two, what other motive does he have to want to get under Obama's skin today? And it's a trending...
It could just be that it's an interesting story if it was true. And in Tucker's world, he'll just make whatever he wants to be true. Just like he did with the Russian-Ukrainian casualty figures. When he said, for every one Russian soldier that dies, 7 Ukrainian soldiers die. Just making them up. Just making up the numbers as you go. Like, I think it could be attention grabbing. Absolutely. I agree with that assessment.
Topic all over Twitter.
At least partially.
Twitter, okay, when you see something like this. What are your thoughts on this story?
Well, first of all, Barack's he's a little rascal. That guy, besides the drugs and all that stuff, let's just really break down.
Let me be clear.
Yeah. First of all, that the night in question, the Larry Sinclair, Pat, he's visiting his godson. He's graduating from the military naval thing. He gets a limo. He leaves. He asked the limo driver, hey, I want to hook up with dudes and I want to do drugs. The limo driver goes, I have the spot and I know some people. So this is like he's delivering gay guys to Barack almost like Uber Eats, but for gay men. It's like Uber gay. So
this is such an unbelievable story that like Obama had the Uber Eats of gay men, like, and then like it was just getting delivered to a specialty bar that Sinclair can't remember. These gay men, no witnesses, no photos, no videos, all just testimony.
Chicago.
In Chicago.
What is this?
In Chicago. So in Chicago. So guys, he brings him there, Pat. He gets Barack. They have some drinks. He's doing cocaine with him on a CD thing. Barack pulls out a pipe and he smokes it. And even Larry Sinclair's like, to each his own, whatever. They start getting down in the limo. But here's the thing where people are like, why do you care? And listen, I'll get to that point. But let's go. I did a timeline, Pat, of suspect activity. And first of all, yesterday, Michelle Obama, knowing that this interview was coming out, she traveled to Mallorca, Spain, and spent time with her close friends, Jamie Costa and his husband, Michael Smith, a gay couple, without Barack. Barack stayed back, all right? Let's go do the timeline. 1999.
Wait, was that supposed to be related? Wait, so Hillary visited some gay people yesterday, and that's supposed to be related to the Obama gay story? Is that what he just said?
Michelle Obama, knowing that this interview was coming out.
Oh, Michelle was me with gay guys. How do we know this is related to this in any way? Could it not just be Michelle Obama met a gay person?
She traveled to Mallorca, Spain, and spent time with her close friends, Jamie Costa and his husband, Michael Smith, a gay couple, without Barack. Barack stayed back, all right? Let's go do the timeline. 1999, he smokes crack with Larry Sinclair, who, mind you, Pat, signed the affidavit and passed the lie detector test. I don't know if any of you guys have taken lie detector tests. I have in the military. You're not.
Wait, he's saying pass the lie detector test. I was of the belief he failed the lie detector test. Which lie detector test did he pass? He didn't pass any lie detector tests. He failed. Larry Sinclair lie detector test fail. Yeah, right here. Yeah, it's in first Oh.
Hello, I'm George Mashke of antipolygraph.org, and I'm making this recording to comment on a
Anyway, I don't see anything about him passing it. Larry Sinclair fails polygraph. Okay, well.
It's a lie detector test. I don't know if any of you guys have taken lie detector tests. I have in the military. You're not a guy, some random dude that's gay and does drugs, and he's not passing it, Pat. CIA operatives know how to pass it because they train to pass it, okay? So I think his claim is legit. Let's go 2007. Choir director at Barack Obama's church, Donald Young, who allegedly knew about Obama and his homosexuality lifestyle, was murdered in Chicago in his apartment. He was shot multiple times at close range, twice in the head. No signs of forced entry. The door was unlocked, but the neighbors said they didn't hear a gunshot. All right.
What does that have to do with anything? Is this like a random like murder accusation somewhere? Like Obama killed that guy?
All right. Fast forward, 2014.
Just like a tidbit, like this is how he died.
Joan Rivers, TMZ asked her on camera if the country was ready for the first gay president. And what did she say? We already have one with Obama, and Michelle Obama's a transgender. 2 weeks later, she dies on an operating table.
Yo, this conspiracy is so much more fun. Not only is Obama gay, but Obama is killing everyone that exposes him as gay. He's going around like, you will not let them know that I suck dick. And he's like, he's assassinating person after person. He's on a gay rampage, a sassy gay page maybe. I don't know what you call it. He's killing everyone for revealing that he's a homosexual. Obama did not kill Joan Rivers. There is no evidence connecting Joe Biden, Barack Obama, or Hillary Clinton to the death of Joan Rivers.
On a routine medical procedure. Fast forward, July 20.
He's just dropping that to just kind of be like, ooh, just trying to like spread doubt where there's no evidence of malpractice or foul play. There's no evidence of foul play in Joan Rivers' case. Honestly, I think it's disrespectful to Joan Rivers to like drag out her corpse and be like, you were killed by Obama trying to hide up his gay crack fantasies. Ridiculous, man. Radical AC, thank you for the primer.
2023, Obama's personal chef, Tafari Campbell, a self-proclaimed trained swimmer, was found dead at Martha's Vineyard, right by the Obama estate. Allegedly, he was paddleboarding in 8 feet of water and he drowned. He was found naked and his clothes were like
Obama went there, gay raped him, and then drowned him. Is that what happened?
Distance away, and they won't let us know who he was paddleboarding with. Oh, and by the way, Michelle and Barack, initially they said...
Who will not let them know?
That they weren't on the island. They were there.
He is just jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing. He has no evidence that Obama's actually gay. This is the whole reason he's doing this. He has no evidence that Obama likes pee-pee, and so he has to just, like, make up this long trail of bodies to make it look like Obama has something to hide. And maybe that something to hide is the gay. It's just delusion. This is again, this is the type of stuff you should expect from somebody on a street corner with like marker on a piece of cardboard, not on a high quality podcast.
And photo surface, Pat, where Barack
actually not with this country. That can't be. That's not true. You find any number of delusional nonsense on a podcast.
Had a black eye, but nobody got into that situation.
Brokeback Vineyard.
Exactly. And lastly, just recently, old love letters from 1982 resurfaced that Barack wrote to his then college sweetheart, Alexandra McNair. And in one of those letters, he wrote, and I quote, "In regard to homosexuality, I must say that I believe this is an attempt to remove oneself from the present, a refusal perhaps to perpetrate the endless farce of earthly life. You see, I make love to men daily in my imagination." He tells her this. And here's my thing, Pat. I can care.
I don't know if that quote is true or not. That still doesn't prove he had gay sex with this guy because he had gay thoughts in college. Obama had gay thoughts in college. He did coke off of that gay man's penis. It's you know, it's 1-to-1.
Or less that if you're gay, if you're not,
like for example, I'm open that I like men, right? Does that mean now that if anyone comes out with a theory that I did coke off of the like John Cena's bicep and then like wrestled with them in the bed, like is that just, well, you know, we already know Dylan is attracted to men, so that makes sense. I guess he did it. You need evidence that it actually happened. What stops this from just being an attention whore who you know is a convicted felon, criminal, con artist, engages in fraud, who is running a trick for media attention and has been running this trick ever since he started in 2009. And to this day, he has yet to put forward any concrete evidence. And the only evidence he did put forward was a polygraph test, which he himself failed, that this guy doesn't even know. He thinks he passed it because Tucker Carlson said it on his show. Tucker Carlson said that the guy took a polygraph test. So this guy assumes he passed it. He didn't do any digging. While also pretending he digged out like 20 dead bodies in relation to the gay scheme.
I don't care. But if you're holding on to that secret and you've been lying to us all this time, because technically, if this is all true, which I believe in this guy has no, why is Larry Sinclair, he's been saying this, Pat, mind you, since.
He believes it. This guy believes it. He's either a schmuck who will believe anything about anyone he doesn't like, or he's just saying he believes it because he gets to screw over Obama and the Democrats and the people he doesn't like. He either believes it because he just believes anything bad about anyone he doesn't like, or he wants to believe it because, and he's pushing it forward because they're people we don't like.
The early 80s, he went in front of in Washington, and he told everybody he's broke. He doesn't give a damn. If they're lying about that, what else are you lying about? What about those emails that WikiLeaks, Julian Assange leaked with John Podesta and Hillary and all these guys, where Barack and them are talking about pizza, Pat? Let's deliver 60.
Are we back? Are we back in the Pizzagate stuff now, or is that what we're doing? We don't have any evidence of Obama being gay, so we got to talk Pizzagate again. Do we need to do another attack on the pizza parlor? Is that what we're waiting for? Maybe the next crazed gunman will find something.
$1,000 worth of pizza at 1 o'clock in the morning, and then they call us conspiracy theorists. Just be out and open, because guess what? Congratulations, you'd be the first gay president. Do it. Come out, say it. What?
Anyway.
What anyway? Oh, Adam, you already that anyway.
He's a married man. I mean, is it why is it so much easier to believe this con artist who just wandered out, made these claims with no evidence, this fraudster, than it is to believe that he's just like married? Does it have? Why is it just like I need to make it so my political opponents are all gay or all like the minority groups that maybe I don't view too favorably? Like what is it? What is the motivation to need Obama to be gay? Maybe it's something else.
You're like, you don't believe any of it.
Well,
that anyway
listen,
I don't believe it.
I believe that everyone should have the ability to speak. Nobody should be canceled.
Yes.
Including wild conspiracy theorists.
Who's a conspiracy?
Okay, I'm not.
So all those things I listed are conspiracy?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, most of them, yes.
Everyone is entitled.
He tried to like tie distant facts together to make it look like Obama murdered a bunch of people to cover up the fact that he likes men.
To what they,
which would make the scandal 1,000,000 times larger.
Their opinion.
Yeah.
And why would he still be killing people if it's like gay marriage is legal now? It's not like he doesn't want to be. It's not like he can't be president. Like it's a great point. If he is gay, why is he still hiding it?
Yeah.
I love that we have, conspiracy theorists on the show.
Who's a conspiracy theorist?
We've had Alex Jones. We've had
how much of his theories that you would say?
Well, there was that one thing that he kind of screwed up on.
So he can't mess up ever.
No, but
a lot of them are right.
Sandy Hook is a pretty big mess up.
Some of them.
He also said that we would have an invasion of Taiwan by the end of this year. That there'd be a war. So I'm still waiting for that.
Have been right.
There's a lot of predictions he makes that doesn't come true. It's just that nobody remembers when those predictions don't come true because he's crazy. No one gives him any credit anyway, so nobody bothers to even document it when he makes these predictions. He make tons and tons of predictions that don't come true, whether it be about wars or like big events and like giant like conspiracies that are going to be unraveled, and he makes predictions like that all the time. He's done it less recently. But yeah, I mean, he's made predictions out of
water turns the frogs gay. Adam.
Obviously, but then there was that one thing.
Okay, all right.
It cost him $1 billion.
Yeah,
but,
go ahead.
But all right, so it seems like you're taking the stance that Obama is definitely gay.
I would put all my money on that he's 100%.
So what are the chances?
All of your money. I will take that bet. I will take that bet. 100%.
You said 100%.
100%. It took one guy with a twitch in his eye to come off the street and say, yeah, I blew Obama. And he was like, sold. I will mortgage my home on this. I will mortgage my home on this, man. This sounds like somebody got swept up in the NFT phase.
I would put all my money.
So
when there's smoke, Adam,
this is the problem that I have. I wouldn't put 100, and I wouldn't put 0. Anytime that you're like, definitely 100%,
yep.
There's no question,
yeah.
I'll put every amount of money on it. Okay, let's just back up a second because we're talking about this guy, Larry Sinclair.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we all of a sudden now believe a gay crackhead, Obama blowing drug dealer, criminal.
He's not a dealer. He wasn't a dealer, drug user. He used
My bad, Vinny.
Dealing is whatever.
Who is a known Satanist.
Okay,
okay?
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you
allegedly,
allegedly,
conspiracy. Who has a 27-year criminal history?
Not 27. No,
he's been in. Oh, so now you're Larry Sinclair's lawyer, Vinny.
Did you watch the video last night?
He is in such defense mode. He is a criminal. He is a criminal.
Did you watch?
He's in such defense. He can't even let him get his statement out. He get to like rant about how Obama murdered all these people that he didn't murder, and how Obama did all these terrible things that most of them probably didn't even do. I can't trust this guy as far as you can throw him, man. And this guy just tries to get the tiniest little pushback at like, is this guy really the most reliable source? This guy, I mean, with no evidence and no credibility. I mean, we don't even have any evidence that he ever even met Obama, let alone slept with him. And you are saying 100% and can't even let him get it out.
Watch the video, the whole hour?
No, I'm not going to spend an hour on Larry Sinclair. I was studying the economy. I was studying.
Yeah, because in minute 59, he finally presents, here's the photo of me blowing Obama. No, that didn't happen at minute 59. It was an hour of weird gay Obama sex fantasy.
Trump.
But that's the problem, Adam. You didn't see any of it.
That's true.
You didn't hear anything.
You know what
You didn't see anything either because he doesn't have any proof.
I did do? I did spend some time reviewing his rap sheet. So he spent time in jail in Colorado, South Carolina, Florida, Arizona. He did spend 16 years in jail. He's had 97 run-ins with the law. He's been arrested. Hold on, Vin.
16 years? No, he wasn't.
He's been arrested for 4.
Why he's in the trenches for this man. He was imprisoned as a civil rights icon. He marched with Dr. King. Did you check that? You check that?
Forgery, fraud, disorderly conduct, and larceny.
Fraud. Does anybody think that somebody convicted of fraud might not be the most reliable? Because the primary component of fraud is lying. It's lying criminally. I mean, do you think that might not... I mean, you know, you don't think that a fraudster, a convicted fraudster who went to jail, prison for it, might not be somebody that you trust 100% at their word when they start telling tall tales of blowing the former president of the United States? And only came forward with it, of course, when that person got extremely famous in 2008, 2009 because he ran for president. Before then, never came forward, never approached Obama, didn't have any evidence, didn't have any videos, didn't have any photos, couldn't even name the bar that they met at in his big story. But apparently, he can believe it because look at all these other people who died. That was actually his argument. These people over here died. I think Obama probably killed them to cover up the fact he was gay. Do I have any evidence of it? No, but isn't it a fun story? Isn't politics fun when it's all a game and it's all a Tom Clancy novel and you can kind of choose your own adventure book your way through politics?
By the way, there's now rumors saying that he's terminally ill. So he's going out with a bang. He's got nothing to lose. So listen, if you want to go on, I'm saying this with all sincerity. Yeah. Go there. All good.
Okay.
I'm just inclined not to believe this guy.
So here's my question, Adam.
Yeah.
If, let's just say, I saw something happen, okay? Just because I've been to jail doesn't take away the fact. And I want you to explain.
But that's okay. What his argument isn't, he has evidence. His argument isn't that this guy's reliable. His argument is that it could be true, that he could have blown Obama. But okay, I want to say, I'd have said this before, that Trump gave me a handy under the desk. Did you guys know that? He did. Yes, he did. Gave me a handy under the desk at a Taco Bell. It happened under the table. Now, that could have happened, but I haven't presented any evidence, any photographs. I haven't even shown that I've ever even been in the same room as Donald Trump. And hey, my word is more reliable than this guy's. I have never been convicted for fraud.
Explain something to me, Adam.
97 run-ins with the law? That might smoke. You said there's smoke, there's fire, Benny. It works both ways.
But here's the thing, Adam. How can that guy pass a lie detector test? I don't know if you've...
He didn't. He failed. He just doesn't know a main component of the story. He failed, and then he accused the people of running the test of being Democrat deep state operatives.
Well, I actually read about that, and allegedly...
You can't...
Let's use the word allegedly.
Go ahead.
The polygraph test is what it's called. Came back as it indicated deception. So do some more research. Find out what actually happened.
He passed and signed an affidavit.
Damn.
Okay.
He's literally just no. He passed and signed an affidavit. I don't care. I don't care what they reported. He passed it. He passed it. I want gay Obama sex. I want gay Obama sex. I want it so bad. That's what he sounds like to me. Why does he want Obama to be gay so bad outside of the fact that he wants a shot? That's the only explanation I can come to. This guy is gay as fuck. I don't know if he could be in the closet for the rest of his life the day he goes in the cold ground. That man is gay. I have never been more sure. I'll mortgage my house on that. That man is gay.
Listen, I don't have an agenda. I love you, brother. You clearly have an agenda.
No, I don't.
You want to convince the world that Obama is gay.
I just want to say
there's no indication of that.
Okay,
take a cold plunge.
Well, can I take one thing?
Wait. Okay. Here's some more evidence. Have you ever looked into Mr. Obama's dark, chocolatey? Have you ever listened to that? To the voice of a homosexual? I mean, like a sultry. So no, I mean, the evidence is stacking up, man. The evidence is stacking up.
Don't forget your thing, Patrick. If you had $10,000 cash right now and somebody said you have to bet one way or the other, you can't take the money, whatever you win.
Dude, he's redder than a tomato. I'm just somebody in chat let me know, man. He is redder than a tomato, man.
You win.
Oh.
Do you think Obama's gay or not?
I would love to hear Pat's answer. Go ahead.
If you hold on, because I love this smirk. Hold on.
Hey, Rob, can you DoorDash some popcorn?
By the way, I'm asking everybody this question. Tom, be ready for this. Patrick, 10 grand. You are not leaving this room unless you.
I will put 10 grand on Obama not being not. You know what? I won't put 10 grand on Obama not being bi. I could believe that Obama's bi, and he possibly never even explored it. I think there's a lot of men, probably some in this room, probably one in the middle chair in this room, actually, who are bisexual and just will never explore it because they're too internally homophobic, or they just don't want to explore it themselves, or they're already married and so they'll never really have the opportunity because they're not going to go like cheat on their wife or something, right? And I think maybe Obama might be bi in that way. I don't know. But the idea that this Larry Sinclair guy is running out here, which is basically like a Wattpad, like gay fantasy you would expect to hear about, like Harry Potter and like some 13-year-old girl write about like Harry Potter, not what a grown man is saying he did to another grown man 20-something odd years ago. Yeah, no, I don't buy it, man. I don't buy it.
Make a decision, and if you win, you get to take the money and you go.
You know what you just remind me? You ever seen the movie Couples Retreat?
Yeah.
If a guy had a gun to your head, is this marriage going to work out or no? Yeah. Tell me right now. Yeah. You don't put a gun to your therapist head on the first time.
Yeah. If you had to guess.
Jackass.
If you had to guess.
I once hit a guy in Detroit.
I already know his
bounced off the
answer,
hood of
but
my
go
car.
ahead.
Don't ever
Go
know what
ahead,
happened,
PBD.
Rob.
I don't know. I will give you ratio. I won't give you a bet like that. 10 grand is not going to do anything. But if I give you a percentage of these guys having this experience.
It's one guy who is a convicted fraudster who's been running the same scam since 2009, who took polygraph tests as his only piece of evidence, and he failed it. Other person who's advocating for him on the show doesn't even know it. And he's like, wow, I don't know, man. He did say a lot of people who died. I remember, but this host is really bad about that. He'll, like, if somebody just throws a bunch of information at him quick, he'll be like, wow, that was a lot of information. He must have made a really good point. That's how he made his point. I remember when he was interviewing Anthony Weiner, and I don't know how, but he looked worse in comparison to Anthony Weiner in that interview, and I can't believe it, because you're interviewing Anthony Weiner, for God's sake. I don't know how you do that. But he achieved it by trying to, like, accuse Hillary Clinton of killing all these people. And he proved it on his point, or he made his case, by just listing all of the people that Hillary Clinton knew at one point and died after 50 years of public service in politics, which is primarily made up of elderly people. It was a really bad case. But one that has been shown to be at least convincing to him.
Experience together. I don't know, 30%. I would say it happened.
You're even that high,
Yeah,
Pat?
30%.
30%, dude?
But hear me out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hear me out on why I'm saying 30% is not actually that high. What's confusing for me is the following. Why are people on the left so worried if he's gay?
It's not that I'm worried that he's gay. Well, number one, when you listen to Tim Pool, he's very open. Like, maybe we can make him look gay so we can call him a degenerate and degrade him. I don't like that. I don't like gay being used as an attack like that. That, to me, kind of pisses me off. I don't like that. That's the first reason I have some anxiety about it. The second reason is I think it shows that Tucker Carlson is a hack journalist who always leaves out vital information for his stories because it's convenient, like leaving out the fact when he presented the polygraph as evidence of his case, leaving out the fact that he failed the polygraph. And I think that shows that Tucker Carlson is a liar, and he likes to lie, and he's done it on his program a lot. That's another reason I'm angry. I'm actually not angry at all if Obama's gay. If Obama goes to Pound Town in his own time, that's his business at the end of the day. But I don't like people like making it like a spear accusation you can throw at him, like, aha, reveal the truth, Obama, or lying and trying to make this fraudster feel like a WikiLeaks style whistleblower.
That's what I'm asking.
I mean, from the way that guy was describing it, I would expect this guy to be assassinated within the next week, to just drop dead in the next week. And when this guy eventually dies, like 10, 15 years ago from old age or whatever he dies of, whether it be 10 years from now or a year from now, there's going to be people like this guy who are saying Obama did it.
Why are people on the left so like, what is wrong with being gay, leftists? Huh? Mr. Democrats? Aren't you guys LGBTQ? Aren't you guys like, what is...
This is so silly. Maybe I just don't like it when self-styled journalists push forward a narrative with no pushback, with no critical review, completely uncritically. Maybe I just don't like that.
What's wrong with being
I thought
gay?
it was okay to be whatever.
Sorry.
There's also gay Republicans.
Shouldn't Democrats come out in support of saying, hell yeah, we got a gay president?
Congratulations.
Why are you all of a sudden anti-gay? Why are Democrats all of a sudden so concerned about the president being gay? Everything you're doing in California with all the schooling, all the indoctrination, you want more people to be gay. So guess what? You finally have a guy that's, stories are coming out saying that he may be. He may
Not
be
just a guy, you have a flag carrier.
Are you gay?
So and then, for the other part on, stories, this is the part that's just, this is why, BMW and Mercedes are, trying to compete with Tesla and all this stuff. The left doesn't want to hear this story. If this person, the lady came out saying, rape is not about physical, rape is about thought. And Anderson Cooper's like, we got to go to story. I'm really enjoying this conversation. Let me get this straight. You will give that person, the psycho lady, you'll give that person airtime to interview them, but you're not going to be interviewing this guy. Got it.
Good point.
You already lost a lot of credibility with...
If you interview this guy, you just need to be like, look, I'm not even against interviewing the guy. I like interviewing basically everyone as long as you do the interview well. But the interview was not done well because he presented it like he had more evidence than he had, which was none to begin with. And he didn't give any pushback. And that's my problem with Tucker, is because that he always will give the people softball interviews. Softball, softball, softball interview. If he likes them, that's what they'll get. And I don't think that's good.
Me, so you're full of shit. What is the difference between those two people? That person's got credibility? This person's got credibility? Yeah. No, or you pick and choose your stories. You're not journalists. You are campaign managers. For a person you like that's part of your political party, they lose credibility there. With this guy, I watched him. Here's what he looked like. I mean, I'm just going to give you what I watched the entire interview, by the way, just to kind of get a feel on whether I believe him or not. Like when I watched Karen McDougal, okay, and she said, I'm convinced we loved each other. I don't know if you've seen the interview with Karen McDougal. That one you watched.
Supermodel Playboy girl who allegedly had sex. Allegedly.
By the way, what
Not
did
100%.
What did I say when Karen McDougal came up? What was my
You believed
ratio?
her.
I believed her.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I believe she loved him, and I actually believe she still loves him, okay? Because I'm going based on what I saw, and my percentage on that one is like 70%, okay, where I saw that. I'm saying on this one, 30%. I watched the guy, and, when you're running an insurance company or a sales company with a bunch of sales guys, your job is to know which one of your salespeople.
But your job as a salesman is to know where the closest queer is at any time, so you can grab him and strangle him. Kidding. I don't know what sales experience is going to help him with the gaydar situation.
People are full of shit and which one's not.
Ah, okay, got you.
No, I didn't sign that forgery. I would never do that. You're like, yeah, bro, I don't believe you. Okay, I don't believe you. And you take the paper and you put it on top and you're like, nah, this is definitely forgery, guys. I'm sorry, this guy's gonna lose his license. You screwed up. You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I got sales experience. I can tell when somebody's faking gay sex with the president or not.
Oh my God, I was just afraid. I'll admit to it and I said, dude, I can't protect you now because now Department of Insurance got involved and the insurance carriers got involved. They have you on freaking recording. Multiple times. What are you doing? Done, right? Our job as compliance is to watch. Now, it doesn't mean we get it 100%. That's why there's investigation, all this other stuff. I watched this guy. I mean, look, even if you're terminally ill, it's not this the first time he's coming out with the story.
25 years ago.
25 years ago. It's not the first time he came out with the story.
In Washington.
Yeah, so he came out with the story years ago. And he's coming out with it again. It's not like it's last minute. So even to
it's a long running scam. Is it just Israel? Is his only evidence commitment to the bit? I mean, I've seen attention-seeking whores commit to the bit forever. I've been watching a lot of like body cam footage recently, a lot of like police interviews because I'm insane. Maybe that's why I do this type of work. But I mean, I'm watching a lot of cases of people like lying about murders and muggings and attacks and trauma that they went through to police officers just to get attention from their family members, just to get attention from people, just because they're attention whores. And they will lie about it for years, decades, if given the opportunity to. And you're telling me that this known fraudster couldn't keep up a lie for 20 years, or at least repeat that lie? I mean, he didn't even like keep it up that well, going and taking polygraph tests and failing. When your best evidence is a polygraph test that you failed, you don't have a good case.
Say he's terminally ill, that's more of a reason to say you want your legacy to be, there lies the man that gave a president a blowjob. Like, is that your legacy? So what is it going to say on your tombstone, right? Crack and blow.
Okay, wait. Let's be clear, though. This guy, you know, I don't want to completely classify who this guy is, but if I was to look at his history, I'd be look at fraudster, common criminal, prison time, drugs, addict. Like, I would not walk away thinking this guy was a fucking Rhodes Scholar. And I'm not trying to degrade anybody for going through those types of things. I'm just saying. So honestly, if my options was a fraudster, drug addict, criminal, which is what society, even if that isn't me, would view me as, or guy who banged the president, are you even what? Of course I'm going to choose the second option. Of course. Are you kidding me? No questions asked. And it's Obama too. Okay, if it was Trump or Biden, it would be, you know, I'd be like, you know, maybe if Biden was in his 20s or something, but not now. I mean, but Obama at the time, come on.
Blowjobs, right? That's your tombstone. Is that what you want your legacy to be?
Yeah.
Walking by, Mom, who is this? What is a blow? You know, you're gonna have to kind of go through that. Yeah. So no, I don't know. I think you know, there's a part of it that's true, and to me, you know, I don't know a lot of presidents. I don't know a lot of men who, you know, accidentally call their wives a man's name 2-3 times. I don't know a lot of people that make mistakes like that. I just don't. You know,
So now we're integrating this in with Michelle Obama's a man theory too, or is this intersectional gay conspiracy?
never called Jennifer Joe.
Ever.
I've never said, hey, you know, and Joe and I, you know, the other day.
Like how weak this shit is. It's like once Obama said Joe instead of Jennifer. That shows secret gay, you know, inclination. Dude, I don't know how long I could fake like not being attracted to men. I don't know how long I could like keep that up. I don't think I could keep it up as long as Obama has, with as much public attention that Obama gets. Where he'll like go to like corner stop and get a soda. People are taking shots of him from the back of the room. I don't think I could keep that act up for that long, man. And what even for at this point?
I've never done that.
Do you have any?
Who did Barack call
Michael.
Michelle?
He's called Mike. He said.
called.
Oh, hold on.
He called
Michael, Michelle.
but
Many times. Many times he's called her Michael.
3 or 4 times. The evidence is overwhelming. Overwhelming.
Live.
So you want him to be gay?
No, I don't, Adam. That's not the
He 100% wants him to be gay. You're getting closer. You're getting closer. You're getting closer to the kernel of truth. Push forward. Push forward. Ask him. When you were growing up, were you, 13, 14, what gender were you looking at more? And I'm not saying like what you were supposed to. I mean, what were you actually? Like, push this lever a bit.
All I'm saying is I'm staying skeptical. Yeah. I'm staying skeptical. And to be quite frankly, like the most pathetic thing to me is that Democrats are embarrassed if he's gay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. That tells you how much of a hit.
So, by the way, I think the main reason people would be embarrassed isn't because he's gay, if he is gay. It'd be because he smoked crack with this guy that he just met and then had sex with it, which seems like not terribly responsible behavior. I think that's probably why people would be maybe more upset about the image that leaves to Joe Biden. I think smoking crack, in my mind, is a worse look than sleeping with a man.
hypocrite you are that you're now defending against a person being gay, where to you it's no.
By the way, can I just ask Democrats in chat? Okay, I don't know which one, how many of you are Democrats. Are any of you guys embarrassed right now? Do you guys feel embarrassed? We found out tomorrow that Obama was bi, which that would be the more realistic scenario, right? Would any of you guys be embarrassed by finding out we had the first bi president? I just wish it wasn't Obama. I just wish it was somebody else. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know who else I would want it to be. Be funny if it was Bush. That'd be the funniest. I would want it to be Bush because it would be the funniest.
Normal to be gay. Why do you care?
You know, sometimes, you know, I like to have a hoedown with the girls, but other times I like to have a rodeo with the boys, if you know what I'm saying. Ah, God, a bisexual Bush presidency. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Care so much. That's the problem I have. I don't have a problem with all the other details.
I have an issue here, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
And I'm just going to say something.
Mike Pence, yes, but Mike Pence would have to be president first, and that's not happening.
I believe these stories just as much as I believe the stories about Donald Trump. Let me explain. So, by the way, I'm not an Obama guy. How often do you hear me defend?
Can we not, like, actually just judge the merits of these cases? Like, some of these cases have, like, multiple, like, we can talk about, like, multiple witnesses. There's, like, audio recordings of stuff, right? We've got actual, like, court cases around some of these things. This is just a fraudster talking smack on essentially a Twitter podcast with no pushback. Like, I don't think we should even be putting these accusations on the same level, putting aside whether they're true or not.
And Obama. I said I like Bill Clinton and I like Joe Manchin and
You voted for Obama, though.
Yeah. So what does that mean? That I have to love
You're
him?
an Obama guy.
No, we're not going to play this game.
It's not a game.
You also voted for Obama.
I didn't vote for Obama.
Okay.
Okay.
I never.
Let me stick
Reverse card. So you have an interest against him.
up for my
Is this the game we're playing?
man Vinny, though. They call him a conspiracy theorist.
That's true.
But the mainstream media, they went over P-Tapes, mainstream. Stormy McDonald's, mainstream.
Thank you.
So
my point is this. I'm skeptical as hell when I hear, you know, Trump has a love affair with his daughter, Ivanka. There's people like, oh, he probably bangs his daughter. I'm like, dude,
Yeah, that's too far.
This is not a thing.
Right.
Okay, oh, he goes to these modeling competitions for girls who are under 18 and nah, I don't really think so. I do think that Trump has cheated on his wife umpteen times and has banged hot porn star chicks like Stormy Daniels and models like...
Yeah, why else is he giving them money? Even if it's out of, even if he did it illegally and he was giving them funds from like company accounts to try to cover it up, like he wouldn't be giving her money if he didn't bang her.
McDougal, I actually think that's true. Okay. But the point is, not every story you hear is actually true.
That's your pushback?
No, what I'm saying is this.
There's nothing to push back upon. There's nothing to push back upon. Your guy's thing is like, why would he lie about that? I don't know. Why would this fraudster crack addict lie? I don't know. Most reliable source of information in the neighborhood.
Think that Democrats are basically being like, how dare you?
They are, though. No, they are.
No. I just think they're like, here's another ridiculous story
No, they are.
that they want to push, and the guy's married for the last 20 years.
No, that's kind of like,
Adam,
let me
to be
give,
fair,
let
Adam,
me give the
all right,
opposite side.
you read all this stuff, Adam. They're losing their
Let me
mind.
give the complete opposite argument. Let me give the complete opposite argument.
Look how much of a hard time they're giving him for not being a knuckle dragging window licker. I just wanted to say that quick. Like, man, it's not easy being in that room.
It's kind of like a word comes out that Ron DeSantis running for president. Rumor gets out. The first woman he had sex with is his wife, Casey. He lost his virginity to Casey after being married. And conservatives say, there's no way that's true. The guy's a player. He's been around. He's a good-looking guy. He's a Navy SEAL. He's a stud. Wait a minute. Hey, many of these Christian guys, you want, your virginity and your Bible and all this other stuff. Why are you now saying no to this? What happened to your virtue signal on being Christians? That's how pathetic this argument they're making is, that they're embarrassed about something like this. Now, for me, my question isn't even this. Forget about the story. I don't wake up in the morning wondering if Barack Obama's gay or not. That's his wife's problem. It's not my problem. They need to figure that part out. My concern is more deeper than that. Your name is Tucker Carlson. You got 5,000 people that you can interview that's going to be interesting people to interview. What the hell are you doing interviewing this guy?
Thank you. Oh, my God. Thank you. Finally, he said something in English.
That was my next point.
But actually go.
Yeah, why?
Go. Why? Why are you doing it?
That's a great...
Are you doing it because, like, let's go through all different angles. One, are you doing it because, well, I've always wanted to do this interview. Fox never let me do it. I'm putting it into, Fox's face. Okay, cool. That could be a possibility. Check. I believe it. Two, are you doing...
I think I would, if you had to put if we were doing percentages earlier, 90% chance I think it's that.
Doing it because you are on the inside and you have friends across media company everywhere. A lot of people that maybe were editors, maybe were insiders, worked at Fox. Now they're at CNN. Now they're at MSNBC. And somebody saw a memo or a link or story or a conference call or a meeting that leaked and the door wasn't fully closed that said, hey, Michelle Obama's running for office. Okay. What happened?
Nothing. I'm asking Rob to do a poll to see if our audience thinks Obama's gay.
I already did. I can tell you that we have over 2,000 votes. 77% of the audience believes that Barack Obama smoked crack and had gay sex with
Bingo. Now I know who we're working with out there. Good to know, guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead, but
77% chance. You're at 30.
Well, now we know the audience that they've cultivated. Now this is why they have the speech and dialogue that they do in the show. My God. Holy shit, my country is in a mess.
I'm at
2%.
Can I make my
I'm
point?
fucking fired up right now.
Yeah.
A ridiculous audience.
So
love you guys.
It's your ridiculous party, is what it is.
No.
Yes.
I'm a registered independent.
Yes.
No, we're not playing this fucking game.
Yes.
No, I'm a registered independent.
You've always voted for a Democrat president. You're a registered Democrat.
No.
You've always voted for a Democratic president.
I'm a registered independent.
Have you ever voted for a Republican president?
No, I haven't.
Don't hide around the bush. You never have. You've always voted for left. So that's the party.
But I'm a registered independent.
But you can be.
You think I was going to vote for fucking John McCain?
You think
I was going to vote for fucking Donald Trump?
You can be a registered anything.
I'm an independent.
You're a Democrat. You voted Democrat your entire life.
You're a
on
Republican.
No, I voted for Clinton.
Yeah.
I voted for Clinton. I have voted for Clinton.
So that's your out.
Absolutely.
Okay, got it.
I have voted for left and right. You've not. So no, because the position you take.
Yes.
The position you take.
What's the position?
Your position is like, I'm not going to play this. I'm not going to play this. Your political party.
No.
Your political party that you voted for your entire life.
Yes.
Your political party.
Even though I'm a registered independent.
Your political.
He doesn't participate in the primary process. It's pretty integral.
The party that you have voted for your entire life is embarrassed of this story of, God forbid, Barack Obama being gay, and they're the same ones.
It's nobody is scared of Obama being gay. I think more people would be scared of Obama being a crack addict than gay. I think more people would, I don't know, I think if anything, more people would be kind of scared of the idea of Obama maybe cheating on his wife, something like that. I think the crack addict thing is more concerning to me. I'd be more concerned if the president has addiction to something that can kill him than, just men. I would be much more concerned about that. I don't think anybody's genuinely terrified about the idea of Obama being gay. I'm more scared of the fact that this is the type of garbage that Tucker Carlson is willing to pump out to his viewers, but that's no surprise to me.
That push about people, supporting LGBTQ. What's wrong with that? That is absolutely insanely embarrassing from one perspective. Okay, when I'm being reasonable to you, saying Karen McDougal for me was 70-80%. I'm at 30% with this guy. I'm not at 70-80%. I'm telling you, I'm 30%.
He's at 100 though. Our audience is at 70%.
That's his opinion.
I can have my opinion.
Okay. Where are you at?
I'm at 2%.
Okay, great. That's where you are.
Okay.
But let me go back.
I have the judgment to say that it's not zero.
The next time,
that's great.
If you want him to run a poll, text him. Say if you want to run a poll. I'm making a point while I'm saying with Tucker, and you causing me to lose my train of thought. I'm in the middle of it here telling you right now. Number one is, why is he doing it? You got 5,000 people to choose from. They can interview. So are you doing it because you want to put it back into Fox? Number two, are you doing it because you're worried Michelle Obama's running for right now for office? So it's like, let me kind of put this out there. I don't know. Is it number three?
Michelle Obama is not going to run for office in 2024. That's not happening.
Are you doing number 3 because Obama never gave you an interview and you're like, oh, okay, you don't want to give me an interview? No problem. Here's what I'm going to do to you. I don't give a shit if I ever interview you. Here's my vengeance back at you. Great. Number 4, are you doing it because mainstream media covered everything on Russia collusion for 3.5 years and smart guys like him believed it, and many other people believed that was actually happening until 3.5 years later, report comes out, oh, it never happened. It was actually funded by Hillary Clinton. Oh, move on. Let's go to a different story. And we have to all follow lead and move to the next story. Yeah, maybe that's why you're doing it, because mainstream media was full of shit during COVID, and there's a couple people that lost a lot.
So wait, is this the same thing that Tim Pool said? It's just we're lying for lying's sake. The left lies, so we lie. It's just the most cynical adoption of politics imaginable. Very destructive version of it.
During COVID, one of them is mainstream media. They lost credibility. Never has the word fake news been used until COVID showed up and Trump showed up and Russia showed up, and then people realized, you know what, this fake news thing is real. Credibility of how much Americans believe the media is the lowest it's ever been. Not in the last 10 years, not in the last 20, it's ever been in the history of America, because they're full of shit and the American people are sick of it. And you're starting to notice people are going to get their news from a freaking podcast. We're not journalists. We didn't go to Columbia University and be fed the same bullshit that everybody else was being fed.
I can tell.
We're sitting here like regular people saying, why the hell are you lying to us so much? Why?
I don't think regular people are like, yeah, no, I'm 100% sure Obama's gay. He been smoking the crack. He been taking it up the bunghole. Yep. Yeah. How do I know that? Oh, this fraudster criminal con artist told me.
Are we supposed to believe all of this stuff is true and you only investigate the people from one side and not the other side? Is that what we're supposed to sit here and believe? No.
Not that fraudster criminal con artist. The one next to him addicted on crack. That one.
Certain questions. I don't know why Tucker did this interview. This makes no sense to do this interview.
Can I ask you a question,
Yeah,
Pat?
of course.
Do you think this helps or hurts Tucker's credibility?
I don't think it helps.
Yeah, okay. Thank God he has enough force. Okay, not completely blind.
I don't think it helps. I'm a reasonable guy to tell you this. I don't like when Rob brought the story to me and he says, Pat, it's going to get a lot of eyeballs and we got to do this. I'm like, I don't know if I'm interested. Okay, I don't know if I'm interested. And you remember, Rob, I said something like that to you, if you remember this. I mean, you know, we're obviously throwing, your job is to give different stories,
yes,
right?
And we've discussed similar things where it's personal lives that don't matter, like the Dylan Dennis thing. We discussed having him on, and you said, I'm not interested in doing that.
Another story I will say that only you and I know this, where guys like, hey, this is what really happened to my relation. Do you know which one I'm talking? I'm not going to say the name, but you know exactly what I'm like, I'm not interested, bro. I called the guy back. I'm like, I'm not even going to talk about it. That's not my interest. Okay, that's your problem between you and your wife. You guys go figure it out. Now, if you are making it so crazy that we have to freaking touch it because you're putting it out there, then our mistake's on you. In a situation like this, I don't know if I'm interested in this story. Is it entertaining? Does it get eyeballs? I'm really curious why you would do it.
Can I speculate why?
You can speculate. Yeah,
right,
you can speculate.
You hit the nail on the head. Eyeballs. How much was Tucker Carlson's contract at Fox? A year.
40 million a year, was it?
No,
whatever it was.
No,
it's like 20 million.
20 million.
Yeah.
How much is his contract at Twitter?
He's not making any.
Bingo. So he's in the eyeball game before. Now, I mean, he's the number one. Let's just say, talking head. I don't think that Tucker Carlson can be considered a journalist at this point. I would say he's a pundit.
Yeah, he's not a journalist.
Right? Because a pundit, their job is to give opinions. This is not a factual story. This is an opinion story. This is a guy who, at the very least, can we agree that this guy may have some credibility issues? No?
I'm not saying...
A gay...
No, the crack made it so he could get picture-perfect memory of the gay encounter. It helps.
Crack-smoking felon?
You went to... I'm not in your camp. I'm not in your camp. What I'm saying is this. I think Tucker is an absolute investigative journalist. I think Tucker is doing the right...
He's not. I would like... What story did he break? Remember when he broke that January 6th was an FBI op and his evidence was literally nothing, but he somehow stretched it out to like 3 documentary-style episodes on Fox Nation? We watched it on stream. It's on my main channel, older video, man, but... His documentaries are either puff pieces for people like Viktor Orban, or they're just like delusional ramblings, like the January 6th piece.
I think, interviewing this guy. I think others should have interviewed this guy 15 years ago during the election and talked to him about it after he did a lie detective test.
Failed the lie detector test. Just want to put that forward one more time.
All I'm trying to find out is why you're doing it today. This should have been interviewed a long time. I think this is a miss in the job of the people of mainstream media that never wanted to talk to this guy because they were afraid of losing, credibility and relationship with, Obama, the person they all feared that they wanted Obama to invite him to their birthday party and their annual celebration or their inauguration, all that other stuff. There's a lot of clout in being in those types of meetings to say, I got an invite from Obama. Obama was a Ronald Reagan figure for the left. He was.
Is that why he thinks that like they think that this was like a slumbering giant of a story, and that for the 8 years of the Obama presidency, no journalist would bring it up because they were afraid of being disinvited from the cocktail parties and the black tie events of the prestigious Biden and Barack lineage? No, this is not a groundbreaking story because there's nothing to it. You know what would happen? They'd go up to Obama. They'd be like, "This guy, like a while ago, said you were gay. Is it true?" "No, I'm married." "Okay," and that would be it. Because it's not like they had any evidence to present. Now, if there was a new break in the story and some security cam footage came out showing Obama and this guy walking hand in hand or something, then boom, you got a story. But until then, you've just got the delusional ramblings of an addicted fraudster.
He was admired and loved by a lot of people on the left, and most people fear losing something to a guy like this. So for me, yeah, I do think Tucker is an investigative journalist, much better than a lot of the guys on the left. I would give I
think he's terrible. I don't think I know of a single report he did well.
I would put a couple guys on the left that I respect that are doing investigative journalism, and I would put Tucker on that list as well. My question isn't to lose credibility for that. I don't know why he's doing it. Now, he may have a very valid reason for doing it. And by the way, it could also be a reason that's none of our business. He could also be doing it to say, who the hell are you for me to have to explain to you why I'm doing it? I'm freaking doing it because I want to do it. And it's a private matter that I don't even want to tell the world about it, but I told myself I was going to do this when I was going to be free, and I'm doing it. Great. More power to you. But on paper, I still don't know the motive behind doing it now.
I think Pat, great point where I had no idea, but maybe it was maybe he heard something about Michelle wanting to make a run that's going to, put us back.
Why do you guys believe the most bizarre shit? There's no way you guys actually believe Michelle's going to run.
It's a crap because,
Michelle's not going to run, man.
See, the left isn't doing a good job. But think about it. When was Barack first president term? When did he become?
08.
08?
January 9.
Pat, if they knew the truth and Sinclair was out during that time and putting out these stories, that's not you think that's what, you know why they were covering up this, Pat? You can't have, he's going to be the first black president and then all of a sudden, oh my God, he's gay as well. That's something where Americans are ready for that. Americans they still want a family, father, wife, kids. It would have been way too much to put out a story like, hey, listen, he's the first black president. Oh, and by the way, he's gay. And just so happens that he's doing crack in the back of a freaking limo with somebody. Adam, I get where you're coming from. And my point is, I genuinely don't care. But when the story's out in your face, he's writing letters to his college girlfriend. This is before this whole...
Why, dude, him saying that he might have gay thoughts once in college does not mean that he did crack and took gay sex from a stranger who has no evidence of it.
Situation that he got married saying,
it's good to know that gay thoughts will get you convicted of gay sex. Once you've had the thought, you might have well already blown a man. It's too late.
Imagine banging dudes in my head all the time, all day. This is written, Barack Obama. They have it at the college, Occidental College. It's a fact. Okay.
Also, I just want to say that Barack Obama also learned a lot of communist theory so he could bang chicks. And not only is this the straightest thing I've ever heard of, the idea of Obama saying something like, yeah, I think of gay man bodies all the time. I think that that could also be part of that. Who knows? Who generally knows? But not all of this is secondary anyway. None of this proves that he has sex with this person.
Okay, these are facts. Everything that I said about Joan Rivers and Tufari and all this and all the letters and Brock and the guy saying he blew up. I'm sorry, the truth, if he is, I'm sorry. It hurts. If it hurts people that he's gay, oh well, congratulations. I think good for him.
Well, we need a blue dress, otherwise they'll never admit it. Some blue boxers or something.
Yeah. I just
we went a whole damn hour without bringing me into this.
All right, Bill, take it easy.
Bill denied it until the.
But Pat, you make a great point. You just woke me up while you were saying it. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Wow.
What is the motive? One of mine was like, did he run out of gas?
You know, when I was creating this elaborate theory, I never stopped to think, why? Okay, got you. Didn't think that hard about it, did you?
Because think about it. Sometimes
no.
Okay. So that's one the same option.
Tucker, when you get whoever you are, there's certain people when you get an email from them, you respond to that interview. Okay, there's certain people. Mm-hmm. You know, Tucker's on that top 5 list of people that when you get that email, you have to pay attention that's coming from you, which means what? Tucker gets to interview, I would say, 95% of people in the world. You know, if he wanted to talk to them, they have to entertain it. And he's got plenty of options to interview outside of this guy. I just don't know why he did it.
Can I add one more thing here, just for our conspiracy friends out there?
Coincidence.
You know, we've talked about alliances being made with, obviously, Tucker and Elon on Twitter, whatever the Trump thing is. Do you know what Elon had to say about your friend, Mr. Sinclair? This is Elon Musk, who might have a little bit more knowledge in this general subject than any of us.
Okay.
Here's what he said. Mr. Sinclair is not super convincing, picks or. And that's my ultimate point. Anyone can just run with any ridiculous story, spout it out on any ridiculous podcast, and just go with it.
Pictures from the 80s, 90s?
Yeah, there were cameras back then. I don't know if you know that.
Well, okay, pictures, videos, testimony from anyone else that was there and can confirm it. Just the name of the bar they went to, anything.
But if Elon is saying this, I think that's fair to say that this probably lacks credibility.
Well,
I love that Elon is the standard. Elon, expert on gay sex.
Because he wants to see Tucker win.
Well, 77% of the people that watch one of the dopest podcasts out, business or whatever, I don't think that 77% of them are just crazy conspiracy kooks. They probably are, or they just want to piss off the other guy. Feel it. I could look at it like I could look at Barack and be like, yeah, I could see it.
There's a part of is that our scientific study now? Well, okay, when I look at him, I could see it too, and he'd be real shy about it.
So they feel it.
There's a part of me as well that likes.
I bet he's a chaser.
Elon saying this. There's also part of me that says he has to say this because he's now got a CEO of the company that's like, Elon, what are we doing with this? You want me to get advertisers as a former NBC person, Linda Yacario? You want me to get all this stuff and we're putting something like this and you're retweeting it? You have to comment that.
So Elon's real position isn't this because it could be influenced by his interests elsewhere. Well, then how do we ever believe anything that Elon says?
You're not fully in it. There's a lot of ways to look at this angle on, you know, Linda could have told him, I'm about to sign a $500 million advertising deal with, 20 different companies. What are we doing here, Elon? Yeah. You're not making my job easy. I'm trying to hit my bonus. Those kinds of conversations
Pat,
can take place as well.
I just want to know is since Tucker's no longer with Fox, he's basically doing whatever he wants. Do you think he's like the white Tupac?
Is he the white Tupac?
Okay. And with that, I no longer have an interest in listening to a single more spoken word from any of these guys. They really convinced me. Obama's gay. It was all under our nose the whole time. I really should change the type of people I see as reliable sources. I was way off mark. I was more reliant on things like evidence outside of what I just wanted to be true. But I guess that was stupid. I think that was very stupid of me.